So I'm here in Kfar Aza. It's on the northeast side of Aza, right on the border. It's an area, it's a village where many people were killed. Out of the approximate 400 homes here, only 40 were not affected. So I came down to document, to show you what happened here. There are incredible stories, tragic stories, stories of incredible bravery, where people went from house to house afterwards and fought with, at any point, up to 600 Hamas terrorists who infiltrated this community. So you're going to be seeing a lot of shit that you need to share with the world. Now we're being taken around by a guy called Gon. Gon is 30 years old and he has a kid, and he's a resident of Kfar Aza. And you might hear here and there gunfire, cannons, helicopters, and that's because right now the IDF is attacking terrorists in the north. I'm going to introduce you to Gon. Gon, if you can just say hi.
Hi. Hello.
Gon, you're married with a kid?
Yeah, married with a kid. I'm from Kfar Aza, from this kibbutz, born and raised in this area. And today we'll do a tour in our reality from October 7.
Yeah, you're speaking to a lot of people abroad.
Yes.
And the
that's
idea
what I do.
the idea is for you guys to share this, because there are people who are denying this happened, and we can't let them.
And we must be at the voice of the community of Shara Negev and the community of Israel and what's happened to us, because all the world need to understand that what Hamas organization did to us on this day, it's something that the world can contain, and we cannot, as a human, to bring something like that to our world. It's something that we must stop right now for the rest of the world and for peace, because we believe in peace.
We do. And
So let's go.
all that gunfire that you're hearing, the cannons, that's
It's-
to bring the peace,
Yeah.
believe it or not.
I believe that it will bring the peace. We must think about the day after. It's important because the community of Kfar Aza is a community that believe in peace. And it was a big surprise what Hamas did to us.
And this was the kind of place that people would be envious to live here,
Yes,
from what I knew. It was like a dream.
it was like a dream. It was amazing. It's a wonderful kibbutz. It's amazing to raise kids here, to be part of this community, to be in this area. I always told that you need to be a little bit jealous in us because it was a wonderful life. And unfortunately, what happened to us, it's insane. You need to understand, 63 people murdered here in Kfar Aza.
63.
People, yeah. 19 people took to Gaza. And we have 5 that still there in the darkness. And a lot of people injured here in Kfar Aza and died here in Kfar Aza, not only from our community, and the damage is badly.
Okay, guys, we're gonna start walking.
The neighborhood, in Hebrew we say lemata. We have our names to the neighborhood. It's not something special. It's our conversation inside the community. So, like I told you, you are here 2 months and a half after the event, after October 7, and now it's look better. For example, if you look about in the middle of the grass, so a bomb tank stand over there with a lot of vehicles that were on the road, burn or damaged, and now it's look like the old kibbutz. Almost every house in this neighborhood, the Hamas terrorist goes inside and murder people. Now it's look like a regular houses, but this place is one of the hardest places that Hamas came. He came to this neighborhood first, very early in the morning, and now we will go around and see a little bit from the damage that the terrorists did. You need to understand that around 7 in the morning, in this place that we are standing, it's around something like 100 terrorists that goes almost free and do what they want, and they move house after house and kill people, rape people, burn people alive, and you will see a lot of this on the tour.
Now I want to just clarify. I want to clarify one thing. there's a lot of people in the world that are saying that, oh yeah, these were IDF soldiers. What do you have to say about that?
No. I think it's the most important thing to understand. Hamas attack innocent civilians. Hamas not attack the army. Maybe it attacked the army in some places, but when he arrived to the kibbutz early in the morning, he came to murder and to kill and to rape innocent people. We are innocent people that we are living our life in this kibbutz. We are not in the army. Some of us was in the army, but now we are regular people that live our life, and Hamas come to take and attack us, not the army. And this is the big difference. Because if we attack the army, so okay, let's say you can attack army can attack forces, but if we come to attack innocent civilians, it's something different.
You imagine you live here, 6:30 in the morning, you wake up to gunfire, grenades, screams. You live in that house. You live in that house. You live in this house. You live over there. 400 houses. 40 were the only houses that managed to not get touched by this. Killed and raped, mutilated, dismembered. The stories that you've been hearing, it's real. It's not fabricated. It's not propaganda. I'm here. Kfar Aza. 19 hostages still there. You're hearing choppers in the air. You've been hearing gunfire and cannons. That's because the IDF is attacking Hamas. This is a place where people live. So Gon, you told me that there are the places where everyone that wants to witness. There are lots of people here. Sorry guys. Sorry. There are lots of people that are coming here. But you wanted to bring me to the places that are not really being seen.
Yes, because we are taking most of the people to see maybe 2.5 neighborhoods. We have, Kfar Aza is a big kibbutz. We have more than 1,000 people that live here on October 7, and you have something like 400 houses here in Kfar Aza. And for real, every inch and every meter was in a battle. And in every place they murder, and every place they burn houses like this house. It's something that you can see in all over the kibbutz. So for me, it's important you to see everything and to understand that it's not was a one place that they came attack and maybe the army came and attacked this. It was all over the place. All our community was under attack during this day, and it's not easy. So I hope that today you will see the most of the kibbutz and understand that.
I know that we can't talk about names, and we don't want to know names, but who lived here?
This area, it's...
No, in this house.
In this house, actually in this house, I don't know. I don't know everybody, but in most of the house, I know who lived there. But you can see it's those area families live, and it's a big house, and they burn it.
Why did they burn it?
The issue when they came to your house, it was that if they came inside your house, most of the time they throw inside few grenades, and then they goes inside, and the battle was on the mamad. Mamad is the shelter. Every house has its own shelter, and then the terrorists start to fight with you on the shelter. So they fight with you on the door of the shelter. If you will succeed to open it, or still lock it and close it. And if they didn't succeed to go inside the mamad, they will say to you in Hebrew, "We will burn you alive," and then they burn your house. And then you need to choose if to stay in the mamad or to run away.
So this looks like an open area. This is actually a corridor, which is the ceiling collapsed.
Yeah, because of running. So you can see the toilet.
The whole...
I think this was maybe the parents' room. It's looked
Over
like.
here is the bathroom. Look, I want to tell the people watching And it's I don't know that people are describing this when they're filming, that the smell here,
Yeah.
there's a smell here of, look at,
And you are 2 months after the event. In the beginning, you can smell the smell of death. It was all over the place. Again, we have 63 people that murdered in Kfar Aza. We have a lot of soldiers that died in Kfar Aza in the battle that came after to wound the terrorists. There were inside Kfar Aza more than 400 terrorists that fight with the IDF. So a lot of that was all over this place. Now again, it look fine, but
well, I mean, this house doesn't look fine, but we're gonna see places that that look
like
fine.
that. And you will see that in all over the kibbutz, you will find houses like that.
I want you to share this. All of you, I want you to share this. You fucking share this film. All those motherfuckers that said that this didn't happen. You know me. Some of you people have been following me for 15 years. You know me. You share this. Don't let people forget. You stand up for the people. Okay, so Gon was telling me something that I think.
It's the idea.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You're hearing a lot of bombs. We're right where it's happening. You'll see there are marks here. That C means that this house has been cleared. This is the Israeli, the IDF. But what's interesting is this. Interesting is the wrong word. Horrifying. I don't know if you know what Zaka is. Zaka are the people that come, because in Judaism you need to, when someone dies, make sure that the body is according to the right way to bury people. Now that Zaka came, which is an organization, this sign here and this certificate here means that this house has been cleared. But I want you to look at the date, and if you can see it. The date is 12/11/23. Okay? That means that it took 2 months. 2 months to clear this house of human remains, of flesh, of blood. And this is just one house. That's how barbaric and savage. I mean, even finding bullets on the ground. 2 months to clear one house of flesh and human remains. So where are we gone?
We're still in the neighborhood that's called Lemata. There is a lot of damage in this neighborhood.
Holy shit.
Because the terrorist was there for a long time alone and murder people. As you can see, every house that you look on him, you will see something that happened. They move house after house, and some of the houses was empty, and some of them was with people. And this place had a hard battle, and there's very special units fight here in the terrorists, but it took them time to arrive. So
yeah, so I wanna actually explain, kind of like explain that to the people that are watching. Like, IDF was not able to get here on time, so people hid. After a few hours, the IDF arrived, and then what happened was they started fighting the terrorists to save people that were here and to expel Hamas.
yeah, but it took them time to arrive first. It took something like 4 or 5 hours for the first forces to really come inside Kfar Aza and start to fight. And this is one of the first places that the ADF arrived in the morning and fight, but it was not enough. Because think about this neighborhood, this area, with more than 100 terrorists of Hamas. And think about kibbutz. You can fight every place. You can be on the top, on the roof. You can be inside the house. You can be under the house. You can be on the tree. The terrorists can be every place. And they took hostage inside the house. So it's not easy to come. It's It's not a battle that goes, I don't know, in place without civilians. The IDF, he know that every place have his own family, so we need to defend the family. You need to kill the terrorists first, but it's a hard job to do, so it took time. So if they fight here in another place, we was still waiting. I was more than 32 hours without any forces that came to my house.
But you were in the safe room?
My wife and my baby was in the safe room. We bring our neighborhood to be with us. I was with my pistol. It's a long story, but for me, I try to defend the house from out. Try to do things to protect my own neighborhood.
Were you involved in any of the fighting?
Yeah, in the morning with 4 terrorists. It's not in this area, but yeah, it was very early in the morning.
It's another house. Bullet holes. Oh, I have this in my house. And you see things like this is what I mean. It could have been anyone. It could have been me. It could have been my family. It could have been you. Just I'm going into another place, and what's crazy is everything's still here. I don't know how I'm going to walk through this, but I'm going to try. Motherfuckers. I'm going to show you something that when you're here, you realize. I mean, you still have espresso machines. You can see you have bullet holes in the walls. I don't care about short fucking videos on TikTok. You can't tell these stories on TikTok in 30 seconds. You know, the thing that gets me, besides the horror of what happened, which even being here, I can't imagine, even with being in a military zone, or all the anti-Semitism, with all of that, the thing that really gets me is the denial that this happened. You know, we're used to Holocaust denial but to have the denial of this today by young people saying it's some fucking stunt. I mean, I'm just telling my friends that what makes me so angry is the denial that this happened.
It's something crazy, you know, because I think there is a lot of video on their website that if people will see them, they will be shocked, you know, for what they did.
But they're seeing videos, and they're saying it's a stunt. They're saying, yeah, this guy's in real, he's an actor. They're saying you're an actor. They're saying that I'm paid by the government Man, vergreem, כאילו.
It's fucking insane.
You think we don't have better things to do? Can I just say this to the deniers?
We like our life, you know?
Can I say, we have better things to do? You stupid motherfuckers who are denying that this happened. Fuck you, okay?
You can be against maybe the army, okay? But not be against innocent civilians, really, like us. Because I can be, if you have your opinion about the Israeli army or the Israeli government, let's say, okay, fine. But what Hamas did in this day, it's not included what you think about this government or this government. This is a so-called army that came to murder and rape innocent people. This is the point. This is what happened. And this is a fact. After that, you can agree about what you want to agree, if it's good or not good, to fight, to not fight. The Palestinian, the Israeli, you can say your word about what you think about your opinion, your political opinion. But in the, you need to understand. They came again and attacked civilians, and that's what they do. And they didn't attack, like they came and they say, okay, you are civilians, stay here, I'm waiting to the army. They came, they murder you, they maybe rape you, and then they move on.
And you know what? Let's just say something else. You're hearing a lot, even us, when we're talking, Hamas killing innocent civilians, and it's become kind of like a lexicon. But let's break it down. Not just innocent civilian, human being, father, brother, mother, child. He has a baby. Okay, this is not like innocent civilians.
They took babies to Gaza. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you have to do with babies in Gaza? With women? With old people? It's if it was in Hebrew, I can explain it more. It's for me, it's not my language, so
Say it now, and I'll translate it.
אבל כאילו החולניות הבלתי נתפסת הזאת, וההנאה שהייתה להם, אני הייתי כאן בחוץ.
The joy, the disgusting glory with which they celebrated and acted.
ואני ראיתי אותם עוברים בית אחרי בית, ושורפים בתים, רוצחים אנשים, חוטפים אנשים לעזה. הם עשו את זה באושר שקשה בכלל לתאר אותו.
He saw with his own eyes people that were killing, burning, and taking people hostages, and I think you said one other thing, I'm not sure. And what God is saying is that the pleasure, the kind of ecstasy was something that is unimaginable. We're going to continue. Gon, you were saying that you were fighting with the terrorists here. What happened?
For me, we woke up in the morning, like a regular morning, a holiday morning. We woke up to the alarms that saying that they are shooting on us missiles. Unfortunately, I kind of get used to it. Every few months we have few days of battle with Hamas. But in this morning it was something different, and very fast we hear a gun shooting outside the house. And like I told you in the beginning, it's something that we can't imagine. So I took my pistol, I have a pistol with me, and I goes out. And I see in my garden someone with a knife. So I ask him, who are you? And he said to me, I'm one of the community, and I recognize him. And he said that terrorists inside the kibbutz. It was very early in the morning. You have a gun? I said, yes, I have a pistol. Come with me, we need to try to help to the local team to get deal with it. So we go out from my house is over there. And then we move to the Kidden Garden area. And then we meet with the first terrorist. It was with IDF unit. I think he was drunk. Because he looked on us and said with the hand like, come with me, and like, what the fuck? So we start a battle with 4 terrorists.
Didn't you take a bullet?
Yeah, I got bullet in my left leg here. He not go, הוא שפשף אותי.
He grazed you?
Yeah, and it was a big luck because we succeed to take injured people from Kfar Aza only after something like 14 hours.
No, wait, I have a question for you also. You're injured from the 10 years ago Tzuk Eitan war with Hamas,
Yeah.
and you damaged your left eye.
I lost my left eye. I was an officer in Golani Brigade. 10 years I'm not in the army. I'm a regular civilian. And yeah, I was an officer doing Operation Protective Age, and I lost my left eye. Part of a bullet hit my eye in Sajaiya neighborhood.
Can we see?
Yeah, you can see it. And we have lucky that we have two eyes, you know. So it's fine. We came from two shelters, so I will tell you where to go, but really it didn't happen to
I
me.
wanted to show you that because what's happening now is people are coming to Israel. They're coming to Israel to be a part of this and to be together. And I've said this before, but just like you are here in Israel for us, we in Israel are here for you. So now Gon is taking other people around. I mean, I was lucky he managed to take me and actually two members of my family on a personal tour. But I also want to show you this. This is where the fiercest battle took place. And it says this is where the heroic members of the civil guard were killed while defending the kibbutz. There were 7 men here who were killed fighting Hamas. Really fierce battle. And this is what they were protecting in every kibbutz or kfar. There's a what you call a shekia, which is where you have arms precisely to defend yourselves. And the terrorists knew this, and they wanted to get the arms. I don't want to touch anything here because I don't want to, but yeah. Anyway, they were killed. The whole neighborhood, guys. I don't know how to express it. It's like this is it's like a town, a small town, Kfar, village, and they were here everywhere. Yeah, every time you hear these cannons. There's no one living here now. All the families, of course, those that survived are displaced. I don't think that we hear, we hear about the Palestinians who are displaced because of the fighting, but there are around 300,000, maybe 350,000 Israelis who are displaced in the north because of Hezbollah. If you remember, I made a video about Sderot. 36,000 people. When I went there after the first week, only 5,000 people were there.
Now it took to us, okay, what a wonderful place. But unfortunately, it's one of the hardest places to be. And so I will try to.
You know what I think is crazy? Besides the death and destruction, take someone like Gon. Just a regular guy. 2 months ago, his life, including those of the families of the hostages, those people who were killed, regular people like me in Israel, all of our lives were kind of turned upside down. And look at him. He's giving people guided tours of the shit that happened here. He wasn't doing that before. He was just living his life. And that's what's happening. Things have changed forever.
אתה לא מחובר, עכשיו שעה דיברו איתך על זה שאין פה אף אחד.
בוא, אתן לך מכות, נשבע לך.
אתה יודע מה, אני אראה בך בסוף.
Even the military is coming here to learn about what happened here. Top-ranking police officers are coming to learn about what happened. It's so important that people know. Kind of like a corridor of units. And these units were for the young college-age kids that lived here. You know, they had little units and they lived here. A lot of people were killed here. I'm going to take you inside. The smell is... I don't know how to express to you. I don't know what you'll see in here. But this is a unit. Just... They came in here and they fought. They fought with young people, and then the IDF came in. The terrorists were on the roofs, lobbing grenades inside, heavy machine gun fire. Smell things that have melted. The TV. People here were killed and taken hostage. And I'm going to tell you a story now that we were just told about a guy called Netta Epstein, who was murdered in this home that I'm walking into. He lived here with his girlfriend, and he was fighting them. He was fighting the terrorists. And he was here with his girlfriend. They were hiding. Then they had to fight. And a grenade came in and took him out. But by miracle didn't take her out. And he died on the spot. And she was under him, hid under him. And she survived. There were a couple. And, he's not with us anymore, but she survived. And this is where they lived. Just college-age kids. A little coffee machine and little sink. Little shower. It's where he used to shave. Share this. Let's fucking share this. This is a house where a beautiful girl called Ophir Shoshani was murdered. Just when you see this, you see what they did here. Oh man. The smell of burnt death. So she was killed here. The Kfar Shoshana, I think she was 21, maybe 22. Nitzan Liebstein. This is where he lived. This one guy lived here. Look at each bullet, it's like a bullet of hate. Going into the home of Yuval Boyum, who hid in his safe from here, apparently. Play piano. This is the safe room that I'm going into now. I'm going to try and squeeze through for you. This was the safe room, and this is where he was holed up. And at around 10:30 in the morning, because the attack started, like early in the morning on October the 7th. At 10:30, people who were in touch with him lost touch with him, and he was murdered. Charlie Parker. His clothes are still here. I have the same headphones. I have the same game. I'm walking now to the fence of Kfar Aza, just to show you how close Gaza is. And I don't know if you're going to see it on the camera, but you'll see smoke, and that's the IDF attacking Hamas positions. But this is kind of like the border of the Kfar. You can see the smoke. And that's Gaza. And crazy stories of heroism here, bravery, of real courage, of people who fought for others. I'm just some guy who lives in Tel Aviv. This is where they live. You can hear machine gun fire. I don't know if you can hear it. It's surreal. Just told of a story of a guy, actually not from Kfar Aza. You think about, are the Gazans innocent? Really innocent, just hijacked and living in fear of the Hamas? Are they complicit? Half and half, I don't know, but I can tell you that a guy escaped, not from actually Kfar Aza, Russian Jew, escaped, and he hid in the fields over there, just right where you see the fields over there, because he couldn't get to the IDF, and ordinary Gazan civilians found him. They didn't return him. They brought him to Hamas. So in the end, he was freed in the hostage exchange, and he managed to come back home. But this is the home of Doron Steinbach. That's her. She's still being held hostage by Hamas. She's still there. She hasn't been released. This is the home of Gali Berman. And over here is his twin brother's house, whose name is Ziv Berman. I'm going to show you his home. Both of them were abducted. There's another girl from here also. Her name is Emily Teila Lamari. She was also taken as a hostage. And people are saying that they saw Gali and Emily, but families that came out, they didn't see Ziv. Yuval Solomon, he was killed. And I don't know if you're hearing the cannons. And this gentleman here, I believe Alon was also one of the 3 men who was accidentally killed by the IDF. The 3 soldiers. This is Alon. In a tragic circumstance where they came out and they were mistaken for terrorists, which the IDF has taken responsibility for. He was also one of the ones killed, along with Yotam and one other gentleman. Even the safe room, which I'll show you, even the safe room, this is the door. Some bullets that, I don't know if you can see, but they went right through, shooting into this room where they were hiding. I can't even imagine the chaos. rocket. So that's it. I'm gonna go back to Tel Aviv. I'm gonna cut this and put it into a film. But this is Kfar Aza, Kfar Aza, A-Z-A. Please look it up on Google Maps. See how close it is to the Gaza Strip, and read up about it. But spread the word, okay, guys? Just don't let people say this didn't happen. It happened.